Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. Today, we're talking about all-nighters, caffeine, and Tinder.
What is this, 2021? Anyone? Anyone?
Somebody's like, yes,
Someone.
yes. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. I'm Alison Burns.
I'm Lulu Picard.
And welcome to episode 278. We're so excited you're here. If this is your first time, welcome to the podcast. This is a comedy podcast. We take a fake $10,000. We're about to spend it in one very real place in the world, all because one of our listeners gave us a magic jumping off special word that they went to our website to do. You can too, 10kdollarday.com. Click submit a word and you could be featured on this podcast. So check that out. But before we go to that 10K day, we have obsessions to talk about. We got some wish list things. And then we also have a fun improv segment at the end of the show. So excited that you're here for us. And if you don't get enough today, you should check out our other podcast. It's called The Daily Happy. And that's fun too. We just had a great conversation on Facebook about aggressive breastfeeding. So you guys should check that out. It's a lot of fun.
I can't wait for the update on that.
Oh, but we're so excited you are here today. Lou, where are you in the world this week?
Oh my gosh, isn't that the question of the century?
It is.
I'm in LA. And
Nice.
enjoying it. I love LA. I always have. The weather is just like literally, I was at the baggage claim
Yeah.
at LAX, and the baggage claim at LAX in that terminal, the doors to the outside are like right there as you're waiting for the
Oh,
luggage. So
okay.
as the door opens, I could feel the California air outside every time someone exited because I was standing right there waiting for the stuff. Man, it's real exciting to be in good
Yeah.
weather.
I
Yeah,
love that. Well,
very unique.
fantastic.
Well,
And
thanks,
guys,
Alison Burns.
check it out. Lou's on tour. So you should go to 1776.com. Is that the website?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. The people who call themselves patriots would be real excited if you'd go there. Now, I don't know what that website goes to, but you can find us a lot of different ways. And if you're specifically looking for us in LA, we are at the Amundsen Theater. Center,
Okay.
with the Center Theater Group, something like that. It's right in downtown. We're pretty near, Allie, where you and I went to the Clippers game.
Oh, that's a great location.
Listen, you and I when I say I love LA, I think it's because we've had very glam, crazy, fun things happen in LA. So LA is where Alison and I made some really great podcast connections at a podcast conference. We went to a Clippers game. P.S. They were playing the Sixers, which is the Philadelphia team that is named after 1776. How about that?
Whoa, full circle.
I mean, I have a sweatshirt now. I might be a fan. And we went to see Paris Hilton DJ here on the roof of the Grammy Museum.
It's crazy.
We saw Will Ferrell speak about podcasting here. So, LA is LA. And right now, our posters are all up and down the theater, like the theater district here.
That's really cool. Yeah. Yay.
So come see us.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to obsessions because it's something that I get to see every day that I'm obsessed with now. I got for my front door a new welcome wreath, and it is my favorite thing. It makes me happy every time I see it. I actually took a picture so you can put it in the newsletter. It's
I was just about to ask you if you're
I already did. I already took a picture.
So I have questions about these. My first one is, where did you get it and what is it made out of?
Okay, I got it from Home Goods because everything was 30% off a couple days ago, like the whole store.
I love a Home Goods. I used to buy dog treats there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's made out of real twig and fake plants.
Real twig, fake leaves?
Leaves.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the last one I got, can't remember where I got it. It was like a dark blue and the fake leaves had been like dyed, I guess you would say. And when it rained, the dye leaked all over my front door, which is white.
Shut
Oh, it
up.
was bad. And then it also, because of the Florida sun, then the blue started turning green. So it looked like my front door was covered in mildew.
No.
Yeah. So it's been a long time coming. So we finally like magic erased it off and like repainted. And I was like, I got to get a new one. And so now this one's it's like white and light green. It's just so cute. I love it. Makes me happy. It says welcome.
Is your wreath a year-round wreath, or
Yeah.
do you change it up for seasons?
Oh, I see what you're saying. The one I have up now could be year round because it's not like a certain color that is associated with any sort of holiday. I do change the wreath for Halloween and for Christmas.
You know what? I think if I had a house, it would be like so seasonally decorated. You
Yeah.
wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. Not like in an overblown kind of way, but definitely like we'd have a different wreath up.
Yeah, for even like Valentine's Day or like St. Patrick's Day.
Well,
Cinco de Mayo.
I don't really do all of the holidays. I was thinking like the big 4 seasons, maybe.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, yeah, a summer wreath, an autumn wreath. You know, you're like, what about Arbor Day? How many wreaths are you gonna have? Just hat boxes in the garage
Yeah.
all the way up. No.
Listen. Yeah, so that's my new obsession. What's yours?
My obsession. Am I still wearing it? No, I'm not. I took them off. Button-down pajamas.
Ooh.
Like, you know, a 2-piece button-down
Mhm.
set. For
Yeah.
some reason, actually, I know exactly where this stems from. You and I, when we went on our road trip in 2020, because all of our amazing listeners, hey, what's up, everyone? Were like, no, let's have you come out here and let's film it all. So our first stop was Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We stayed with my friend Amy. It was a huge deal because we were the first people that entered her house during the pandemic. And she had on great button-down pajamas.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like great button-down pajamas. And I've kind of thought of those ever since.
Really?
And my mom brought me a pair back from the Philippines, and they are comfy and loungy and yummy and awesome. So I'm all about them.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they're just kind of a little extra. Because, you know, like, why aren't you just sleeping in yoga pants like the rest of the world? And I get that. But it also like is so great to have them laid out on the bed. Then you take your shower, then you come in and you put in, and you're like, no, these are my nice sleeping clothes because I'm a nice sleeping girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, I feel like you should be pampered in that way. It probably helps you sleep better.
Thank you, Alison. I think so too. I think I'm going to write it off as a health benefit.
You should.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Time for wish lists. Okay, I'm going to start. My wish list is kind of sad.
Oh.
It's because it's been on my mind lately, and it's just this. I wish that dogs didn't get old.
Uh-oh.
Because our poor little Toby.
Oh no.
I know. It's happening.
How old is Toby now?
He's 10.
I saw the picture you posted the other day, and he had the white.
Oh, yeah.
And I hadn't seen that before in him.
So it's been slowly over the past few months, we've noticed him getting just slower. And like, we took him to the park the other day and came back. He like collapsed on his little dog bed. And then we went to feed them that night. And I was like, all right, boys, time to eat. And, you know, Ramsey, he's not even a year, pops up. He's running around like crazy. And Toby, I swear, it took him a good minute to get off of that bed. He was like moving really slow. And then he finally got up and he kind of like slowly, and I was like, ooh, that park took it out of you. Like it was too much.
Well, are you sure he's 10?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, we think. I mean, we did rescue him.
Right.
So he could be older, I guess.
And he's a big dog. So
yes.
Like before everyone's like 10 years, that's big dogs do have shorter lifespans in general.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just his hips or something. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you get him like stuff for his hips, his joints?
Like a food?
Yeah, you can give a supplement because Nora, my big dog,
Yeah.
is part 3/4 Great Pyrenees, and they are prone to hip dysplasia.
Oh,
So we've always been really conscious of that for her, just because of her breed.
yeah.
But maybe there's something you could
Yeah.
give him to make him a little more comfy. But
Yeah, I'll
10
have to
is
look that up.
10 is not that old for
Right.
even for a big dog.
Yeah.
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 How's Hannah noticing it?
She definitely notices it. She'll say, like, she has wanted him to like sleep in her room more than normal. So I think she's kind
Oh,
of like attaching, to him in that way a little bit more.
yeah.
And she's definitely noticed it because if Emma's gone or at a friend's house, Hannah likes to sleep in her bed. It's just, she's like, okay, since he's gone, I'll sleep in her bed. And if she's in Emma's bed, the dog can get up and sleep in bed with her because she has like a loft bed he can't get up in, but he started not to be able to climb.
Yeah.
So she's very aware that he can't get up on the bed anymore. So she'll put like a pallet on the floor next to her.
Yeah. That's usually that. I mean, that's usually the first thing that I've
Yeah.
noticed is the dogs being like, oh, we got to get all the way up there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
going to be great once I'm up there. And then they look at the ground and they're like, I got to get down there. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Nora, I have to carry her up and down into the SUV. She's
Oh,
110 pounds.
it's insane.
But you'll open that back door and she looks at it like, you got to be kidding me. And she just stands there. She
Oh,
looks at you and she stands there and she looks at you and she stands there. And you're like, okay, if you get your just get your front paws up and
yeah.
I'll
I'll lift your butt up. So funny. Oh, all right. What's your wish list?
Okay. My wish list, as much as I just said I really love being in LA, is to never, ever, 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 ever have to take a Lyft or an Uber from LAX again. I will either not fly into LAX, figure it out, or something because, okay, so the system here
Yeah.
at LAX is that they only have one spot for you to pick up Ubers and Lyfts.
Okay.
For all the terminals, you have to get to this one spot. So I was at Terminal 5. I had to get to Terminal 1 with all of my bags. I'm not like on a day trip,
Yeah.
I'm on tour. So they had a shuttle that they would go by, and I was like, okay, I'll try to take the shuttle. The shuttle was full every time because it goes in a loop. So it's never empty when it gets to your terminal. And I'm like this short woman with big bags. And I was like, I can't haul those up into the shuttle in the speed and efficiency required in this crowd.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It just
Yeah.
seemed so overwhelming. And I could just see myself pulling my back or pulling my knee or doing something. So there is another option. You can order Lyft. I guess this is your pro tip, everyone, but you just got to be 10K rich to do it.
Yeah.
So your option is instead of getting the normal Uber or the normal Lyft is Lyft and not Uber. Only Lyft. If you get a Lyft Black, which is a premium car,
Yeah.
it will come curbside. Like where I said those doors opened when I was standing next to baggage claim, boom, there's the car.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're schlepping your stuff everywhere. And if I had one carry-on or maybe one big
Sure.
bag, that would have been one thing. But I've done too much work I can't hurt my back that way.
Wow.
However, that doubles the price of your Uber ride.
Ooh.
So my Uber ride into the city in a way where I didn't have to carry all my bags 24,000 times cost me $100.
How long was the trip? Like
40 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
it was in relatively understandable price for
Yeah,
the
but
distance and the
still.
traffic. So my tip to you, everyone, is if you have to go to LAX and you can afford it, or you can do the, like the cost benefits on your own, it's twice the price. Get the Black. It'll come to the curbside. If you have your Lyft hooked up to your Delta Sky Miles, you get double point Sky Miles on airport
Oh, that's
trips.
cool.
So at least I'm getting Sky Miles, but
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a lot.
a harsh reckoning after
Ooh,
a cross-country flight.
I bet.
That's another thing. Like you're not capacitated to make decisions well after flying 6 hours.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God the bags got here. I have to what?
Yeah, exactly. You want to get off and just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Crazy
all right.
pants. Okay, what's
Good wish list.
all right? Well, is it? I don't know.
Well, now it's time for 10K day.
Thanks.
It's a $10K day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two. As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do. We buy top drawer, but we don't really pay. So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right, it's time for that magic word. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Becca, and the word is college.
All right. We got the word college from Becca. Now, Becca is a student of mine. She's actually in my movie musical that I'm putting on. She is a fantastic vocalist. Like, watch out, world. She's so good. Can't wait for you guys to hear her sing in that movie, which once it's released, I'll give you the YouTube link in our newsletter. All right. So the word is college. And I'm guessing that word was on her mind because she's a senior in high school.
Oh.
That's what I'm guessing, Becca, and that she is thinking about colleges. So
I did collagen because of my age and what was on my mind.
Well, it's funny because I don't feel like I ever went to like real college. Like I don't think I had.
Did?
I went to AMDA, but it wasn't like the college experience. It wasn't like
you had no other classes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there's no math, English, science. There was no
Okay.
sororities. There was no like, I don't know. There's no football teams. There's no, I don't, it was just different. I feel like it was in the city. There's no campus really. There's like, you stay in a, brownstone apartment thing. And then you walk down the street to another. I don't know. It just wasn't like you're on a campus. I just feel like it was a little
you
different.
have a really specific idea of what college is.
It's the movie. It's the movies that you see, the
Yeah.
colleges.
Right, got it.
So
Yeah.
that I feel like I never experienced. So that's where I went. So I used college and I went to Oxford, Ohio.
To go to Miami University, Ohio.
Okay. So you knew this?
Well, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I did go to like a math and science camp at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio when I was in middle school.
Okay, so let me tell you why this day threw me for a loop. Because I looked up like the top 50 colleges in the US, okay? And I went through, and this Oxford is like this small town charm. Like it's so cute. And then I kept clicking through, and it was like Miami this, Miami that. And I was like, why are we in Miami? Like, why all of a sudden is it Miami? I had no idea what was going on. I was very confused by all the Miami stuff. And then I had to do the research on that. And this Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, is the 10th oldest public university in the nation. And the name is actually taken from the tribe that once inhabited the area, known as Ohio's Miami Valley.
Aha.
It started in 1824 with one president, 2 faculty, and 20 students.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
1824.
Yes.
Wow.
And here's another tidbit that I found. You know, there are 8 Miami cities in the United States, and none of them are home of the University of Miami or Miami University.
The University of Miami is not in Miami?
No.
Where is it?
I don't know. I didn't go that far. I just read the tidbit.
Okay, that's cool.
Isn't that crazy though? I was like,
yeah.
That's why it was like throwing me because I thought it was just Miami, Florida, like Miami. So I like kept going, how did I end up here? What links am I clicking? It was very funny for a while until I realized I had all of this new knowledge. Okay. So we're going to Oxford, you and I, and we are staying in the Benninghoff house, the Benninghoffen house.
Okay.
Benninghoffen. And this is basically like a B&B, gorgeous. There's 4 different like apartments inside of it. This place is nice. Like the one we got is apartment A. It's 2 bedrooms. There's 2 fireplaces in it, stained glass windows,
Oh.
full kitchen. It's 2 separate bedrooms, each with a queen bed. There's a full bathroom, washer and dryer, whole thing. Then all 4 apartments share like a little courtyard that has a backyard and a grand front porch. And it's like so beautiful and quaint. And for 2 nights in this apartment A, $400.
What?
Yes.
With the 2 fireplaces?
Yes.
And breakfast?
Yes. I was like, it's so cheap. And so I decided we're going to rent all 4 apartments. We're going to take the
Oh.
whole house.
Yeah, as we should.
So $1,600 for the entire like flat. It's insane. It's so pretty. All right. So then we're going to wake up. We're going to go to have breakfast at Patterson's Cafe. And their slogan is so cute. It's doing it during the daytime since 23. I was like, okay.
Wait, which 23? This 23?
Oh, 2003.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like, we just opened.
2003. Alison, zeros are important.
Okay.
No, but it's cute. They opened up. It was a guy who used to live in upstate New York. He moved his whole family one summer to Oxford, and they took over like this little cafe that only sat 24 people, and they only made eggs, bacon, and toast. So they took over this place, but they added all this stuff to their menu, like eggs Benedict and all these pancakes that you can pick like your toppings, like Oreo, like crazy pancakes in a college town. Brilliant. So then there were like lines wrapped around the door. So then they moved to a new space, and now they have the Patterson's Cafe. It seats like 100, and it's still like super famous there. So we're going to spend about $50 on our breakfast. And then I decided, since we're going to college, I needed to look up like the college bucket list. Like what's on a college bucket list.
Okay.
I found this article, and it was titled 19 Crazy Things to Cross Off Your Bucket List During Your First Semester of University.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Okay, so we don't go through all 19 because it gets a little crazy. But the first one was pull an all-nighter. So I was like, okay, Lulu and I are staying up all night. So I know some people like go to like substances for that. We're not going to do that. We're too grown. So we're going to do coffee. And I ordered Black Label Coffee by Devil Mountain. Have you heard of this?
That is a substance. You're like literally. What are you talking about? Like, and also, I also don't even know what you're referencing, because if I were to stay up all night, this is the only substance I would put in my body is caffeine.
That's true. That's true. That's what I thought. Okay, listen, one serving of this coffee is 1,500 milligrams of caffeine.
No, that's not good for you. Wouldn't your heart explode?
Well, it says this coffee is not for the faint of heart.
I don't think this coffee is for people with hearts.
Isn't that crazy? One bag, $33.
I don't think that we recommend this. This is for 10K comedy purposes only. Do not do that to yourself.
But they sell it.
Do you know how many things they sell that are bad for you?
That's true. That's true. Touche. Yes. Okay. But just for this comedy podcast, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah,
and I'm also getting us 2 Ember travel mugs, so our caffeine will stay hot. And they're $200 each.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Yeah.
Can I just interrupt? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think the Ember mug is perfect for at home. But my hydro flask keeps my coffee hot the entire day.
Really?
The entire day. I 1000% wouldn't even think that I would need to bring a heated thing with me.
Is it a hydro flask that's made for hot liquids, or can it do both?
Both, but you have to get the cap that keeps it hot.
Oh,
Or
I'm going to look that up.
That's not a real thing. I made that up. You don't need to get a cap that keeps it hot. What I mean is I have a straw cap for cold drinks.
Oh, yeah.
And then a normal cap.
And then the hot cap. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to take a break in our 19 things to do because we need to get lunch. We're going to Mac and Joe's, and we're getting the famous Mac Bite burger.
Is there macaroni on it?
Oh, listen to this. It's deep fried mac and cheese bites
Yeah.
served with their house-made spicy aioli,
On a
all on
burger?
a steak burger
Yeah, I would eat that in
with
a heartbeat.
pickles.
Oh, I love fried mac and cheese.
Yeah. What's not to love?
I don't know. Nothing.
I know, I'm super excited about it. All right, so we're going to spend some money there. Okay, next one. I'm going to skip number 2 because it actually contradicts number 1 on this list. It says, get a full 8 hours of sleep every night for a week. That's your challenge at college.
This is secretly written by a mom.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, just wait. Okay, so we're going to skip that one. Number 3, go on a Tinder date. I'm going to skip that too. We're here together. We don't need to date. Okay. Number 4 is the
Wait a
freshman.
minute. The part of the college bucket list is to go on a Tinder date?
That's what this article says.
No, part of the college experience is to like be with a bunch of people physically your age and meet them that way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like go to the weird party that you are too awkward to go to. That's what college is for.
I'm telling you. And do number 4, the freshman chug.
No, what are we teaching people on this podcast?
No, it's comedy, guys. All right, so we're going to do the freshman chug by ordering the ultimate keg party pump kit beer dispenser. This thing is $216, and we're going to fill it with beer, and we're going to use the little pump. And I've never done it. I have never done one of those. What is it called? The beer kegs?
A keg?
A keg of beer that you chug. It's called something when you stick that hose in your mouth.
Keg stand.
A keg stand.
No, wait. Keg stand is when you're upside down over the keg, I think.
Oh. I don't know.
When they hold you up. Stink.
They hold you upside down.
You're talking about funneling.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. You shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it.
So that dispenser is $216.
That is a spectator sport. Because let me tell you, everyone, the difference between you going to college now and me going to college 20 years ago is social media.
Yeah.
And photographs. When I went to college, you didn't take photos of everything because we had to buy film and then you had to get it developed. So no one spent the money and no one took care of their cameras and no one brought them out and we didn't have pictures on our phones. So
that's true.
If you're going to try that keg stand now, good luck trying to get that off your resume in 15 years.
Okay. Oh, number 5, host a party. We're going to do that later tonight. So put a pin in that. Number 6, do the walk of shame. Okay. We skipped the tender, so we're going to skip this one too. Number 7 has to do with number 6. We're going to skip that. Number 8, avoid eating takeout for a week. Okay. We're going to do that because we have $10,000. So easy. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, blah, blah, blah. Number 15, a DJ party. So this is going to come in handy later when we throw our party. I ordered the Pioneer DJ Off-White DDJ. This thing is the coolest thing. I like one of those boards that you go, ricker. That thing.
Yes.
It is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm actually going to send you the link because you have to look how pretty it is.
Okay.
It's $6,067
I'm looking at it.
for this table.
Wait. Oh, it's like a DJ mixing board. It's got the place where you put the record on the right, the place where you put the record on the... Have you ever... I don't think this was ever in your life, Alison Burns. You know, I had a clubbing phase of my life.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been to a club where like a true DJ is doing this stuff?
I mean, not a true DJ because I don't count Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton was not doing what I'm going to talk about, but that's... Yeah, I mean, Paris was great. Listen, Paris, we had a great time.
Yeah.
And her DJing is great because it involves a lot of how are y'all doing tonight? But this type of DJing, so they have so when I was in college, here we go. When I was in college, this type of DJing was huge. And I was living in France for part of it, right? And like Europe was like, let's club all the time. So I was friends with some of these DJs, and what they do is crazy. So you'd see how they'd have those headphones on, like one headphone on, one headphone off.
Yeah, because you have to hear the The ambient sound.
No, listen what they're doing. It's insane. So they've got a song going bump, 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 bump. That's what you're hearing, and you're dancing to it. Bump, 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 bump. And they want to mix in another song, which we can all do with computers now, but this was no computers.
Yeah.
So bump, bump, bumps coming from one record, literally a record spinning. They want another song to go in the thing. They're either going to use that headphone to get it to the right beat. They're slowing or speeding up that second record so that it's either on the exact beat, so that it's dump, bump, bump. So their quarter's the same. Or they're trying to get it to speed up or slow down so that it pitches it into the right key.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I would have been really good at that.
I think you would have been. And so when they meld those songs together, it's true, like crafting that in as right there at the table.
That's so cool.
It's really cool. There's some Instagram old school DJs I follow, and there's this one guy, he's like older than us. I think he's like 10 years older than us, and he must have been a DJ or something. And it's him in his apartment or something with these records, and he does it. He's still doing it, where he'll take like a record and then like spin in a new thing, and then he spins it out. And so those, like they're making all those sounds too on their own.
That's
like analog.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy cool.
That's cool. Okay. Well, now I don't even care about all the other 19 because I'm too excited for the rager we're going to throw tonight. But first, we're going to eat dinner. So we're ready. We're going to, you're going to love this, Ramen Hachi.
Yeah, I'm in.
And their slogan is slurp.
Slurp?
That's it.
Yeah.
With lots of R's. Slurp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to get some ramen. We're going to spend $60 because we're also going to get a little cocktail. All right. Now we're going back to the B&B for the BYOB party.
Oh, okay.
So our tagline is BYOB to the B&B. Okay. I decided I want to hire a party planner because I want it to look nice. Because everyone's going to BYOB. We don't need to spend money on alcohol. We have the keg and we have the DJ, and you and I are going to take turns spinning. And so I hired this planner that's in Oxford. But here's the thing. She's the only planner I could find. And her website is so nice. She's going to be like, what? I'm throwing a rager. It's like gorgeous weddings, gorgeous like events, all these flowers and like beautiful table settings. But I'm going to be like, hey, listen, I just want it to look cool. And I need you to understand some things might get broken. So we're going to pay her $1,200 to come out and decorate. And then I realized that the next thing we needed was a cleaning service to come out afterwards.
Why have we never thought of that?
Yeah. So I got Heavenly Hands Dynamic Cleaning Service for $500. And then as we were setting up, there's actually a magazine called College Magazine. And they have a whole article called Rager Essentials. And it's the college party checklist. So we'll have that link in our newsletter. You guys should check it out. Here's the thing. I get a lot of it. It's like food, have a theme, games, mood lighting, that sort of thing, and a solid playlist. But I feel like those are all pretty much givens. We know how to throw a rager. So
that's a lot of party planning for college. I feel like when I was in college, it would be more like, so who's bringing the red Solo cups?
Yep.
Someone bring the ice.
Yeah, that's it.
That's as far as we got.
Like there wasn't a theme.
Well, again, we didn't have social media. Maybe these kids are like also trying to market themselves as party planners.
Oh, maybe. Well, and if it is social media, they want it to look like more fancy than it used to. Because before you didn't have any proof. So who cared?
You're right.
Yeah. Well, we're going to throw our rager. We're going to say no phones allowed. Collect them at the door. And that brings my total to $9,910.66.
Sounds amazing.
Sometimes having a small business is hard, but it makes it easier if you can find good ways to advertise.
Absolutely, and I hope we can do that for our listeners.
You can reach all sorts of different people all over the world, really simply and easily, and we'll even record the copy for you.
That's right, personalized, original copy, and it's embedded in our episodes permanently.
That is luxury just like us.
All right. So that's what I would do with $10,000 in the place that has Miami University, but isn't even close to Miami, Oxford, Ohio. But this is what we would do with $10,000 if we had it to give away. So, Lulu, what charity did you find this week?
Okay, so I found a scholarship challenge for students who make podcasts.
That's cool.
I know. So, everyone, this is actually the 5th year of the NPR Student Podcast Challenge, and it's running this month. So, just in case
Ooh.
one of you is out there, you're applying for college, and you have already started messing around with this stuff, this is really great. You can compete for grand prizes. It's a national scholarship and a chance to hear your entry on NPR.
That's so cool.
It's so cool. So what they've done is they've basically been like, hey, create this little podcast. The Student Podcast Challenge will close on April 28th. The judges will choose winners in 2 categories, grades 5 through 8 and grades 9 through 12. What a cool project. I'm so excited by this. But the entries has to be submitted by an educator or a student leader who is 18 years old or older. And they have lots of resources too. We'll have this link, of course, in the show notes. Now, one of the really cool things is I found an article about a class that did this as part of their curriculum in their high school class.
Oh, cool.
So some of these kids, this was from an AP language class, they're using the podcast to enhance their writing skills so they can have like a full narrative written.
Yeah.
And they have to argue whatever topic the students want.
Oh, cool.
So there are some students doing podcasts addressing gun violence because, of course, that's on all of our students' minds. Some of them are doing stuff about like puberty and stuff about growing up and stuff. So it's kind of really great. And I'm excited to hear all of these new voices.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, when you started talking at first, I was like, is there a chance that we both picked the same thing? Because my charity was also talking about a contest that they are doing. It's the American Indian College Fund is encouraging Indigenous tribal college students from the Two-Spirit and the LGBTQ plus communities to express their culture by designing original T-shirts. And they're raising money for the college funds this way. So the funds provide financial support for Native American students in tribal colleges and universities, as well as programs in institutional growth, sustainability, cultural preservation. But they're doing it by having all of these students design T-shirts, and then people get to vote, and then they raise money that way.
Are you familiar with the Two-Spirit concept?
I mean, just from what I've read, like just over the course of, researching
I have
this.
not learned enough to talk about it on this podcast or anything, but we've been talking about it a lot through our conversations about gender with 1776.
Oh, really?
Well, because so many cultures throughout history, including colonial America, by the way, in the 1600s, had people that were living outside of the male and female binary.
Yeah.
In the 1600s, there was something called the public universe. There was a concept and a person who changed their identity to the public universal friend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so like stuff like that. But Native Americans have had Two-Spirit forever. And so have my dad actually told me that I believe the Maori or the New Zealand cultures as well have a third gender.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been like collecting information in my head. So I'm cool, real into that T-shirt design.
Yeah, it's awesome. We'll have these links in our newsletter. And if you guys don't receive the newsletter, you should. We only send it once a week. We're not spamming anybody. So go to 10kdollarday.com and just click newsletter, enter your email, and that's all you're going to get is this fun little newsletter. So check that out as well.
And this week, a big picture of spam.
All right, let's talk about happies. What's your happy today?
My happy is, sorry, I moved, I literally was writing spam down in the newsletter. Hold on. I was like, spam. Okay. My happy is that we had a great Easter. at my family's house. I was able to be home because it coincided with our week off of the
Awesome.
tour. So I was in Orlando. My sister and her husband came up, and we had a huge Filipino dinner with a big roast pork, which was delicious. And everybody was together for the first time since Christmas, it's nice that we all had Christmas and Easter together. And my sister, we went to Target after dinner just to get board games.
Oh, yay.
And we bought way too many board games, but the winner of the night for sure was a game called Hues and Cues.
Oh.
And it's great for the family. I think it's probably best for ages that have lots of words.
Gotcha.
Because you have to describe the differences between shades of color.
Oh,
In a pretty,
okay.
like, trying to get people to pick them. So if you're at the age level where you just don't have a lot of like subtle words, this may not be as fun. But for us, it was great.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, my happy is that we got these new dog beds and my dogs haven't chewed through them yet. So that's good.
That's a win.
Win so far.
That's
Love
a
it.
win.
Another win is some of our listeners have written in. So I want to talk about Amanda from New York. We asked 2 weeks ago in our newsletter for if you had any recommendations on podcasts that you were listening to just let us know. So Amanda in New York, she's listening to a few. Let us tell you about them. She's listening to 4 Things with Amy Brown, You Need Therapy podcast, Outweigh, and also the One Tree Hill rewatch podcast called Drama Queens. So check that out. Amanda, thanks for writing in and telling us all about what you're listening to in addition to $10K Day.
We're also going to give some love to some people that have been saying hi on our Instagram and just kind of like being cool about it. Oh, look, it's the Denver Center. They've liked almost everything on Instagram. That might be because I had the login to the Denver Center last week.
Do they follow us now?
Oh, heck yeah, they sure do. Denver Center not only followed $10K Day, but liked almost all of our pictures.
That's amazing. That's our new Instagram hack, is to be like, hey guys, can we do a takeover?
Well, it's so stupid. Hello to Reality Records, the spammers that basically comment on everything. It's just spam, but I just wanted to say that. Sarah Bell Hankins, hi, you're in North Carolina. Hi, what's up? Creating with Kaya, hello, how are you? We've got some Roger Sang saying hi. And of course, Natalie Simons, who has been so engaged with us on social media, which I love. So what's up, Natalie? And just as always, just calling out some of the people that make us happy.
Yeah. All right. This next segment makes me happy. It's time for
10K Roleplay.
All right. You ready, Lou?
Oh, boy. Well, your look on your face is very evil.
Is it?
A little bit.
Well, if you guys want to see the look on my face, check us out on YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/10K Day. All right. So this is your role play. You were just elected sorority president of 10K Gamma Mu Bay.
10K Gamma Mu Bay.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I got to write that down. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. 10K Gamma Mu Bay. Yeah, I'm ready. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hey there, Prez. What is your current obsession?
Hello. I'm so glad that you asked me. First of all, you look great. I don't know what you're doing with your skin and your hair, but it is totally working for you. And if you want to come over later and talk about it, I think that'd be great. We're having some people over at like 5 just to like chat with other people who have great skin and hair and want to talk about it. Yeah, so it's really wonderful. I'm so sorry. What were you asked? Did you ask me a question or you just introduced? I forgot. Did you ask me?
I did. I said, what's your current obsession?
Okay. I got lost in my own introduction. My obsession right now is the planning that I'm doing for the recruitment event that we are having. in the fall. I am so excited because the university told us that we can have 12 more people than we normally do. So normally we have 20 sisters, and this time we can have 32 sisters. And I'm really excited because that means that we can have it not only in the Chuck E. Cheese, but also in the expansion room. So we actually now have the numbers to get the big room in the back, which is better because of course we're going there for the pizza, but the kids really get in your way when you're trying to have like these conversations and pin each other and like pick a sister and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really happy that we finally meet our numbers.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
All right. What's on your wish list?
Well, on my wish list is I've submitted a proposition to the Pan-Hellenic Council, which is the council that governs all of the fraternities and sororities here on campus.
Oh.
I pulled that term out of 25 years ago. And I have proposed that Bay become an official Greek letter because, as you know, it is not. So the 10K Gamma Mu Bay sorority always has a little bit of flack when we come to the meetings, and they're always like, "You're not real." And I'm like, "Oh, what is real?" You know? And I think that language is evolving, and just because Greek has been around for so long, I don't know why we just can't add a letter. It is one syllable. What's the big deal?
Right. No, I'm on board with you on that one.
Yeah.
So if you had $10,000 to spend on yourself, what would you do with it?
If I had $10,000 to spend on myself, I have this dream of everybody at the party that I'm throwing to be wearing not white, which is traditional for sororities, but I want us all to be wearing royal blue. And so what I would do is I would literally have the same dress made in royal blue for everybody who wants to come. And if they want to wear pants, that's also fine because, you know, we're a very inclusive sorority. So whomever wants to be in the sorority, I'm going to call you my sister if you're in the sorority, but you can just show up in a royal blue garment and be fine. And if you don't have any, I'm going to have them there. Why royal blue, you ask? Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Basically because the other sororities took all the other colors and royal blue stands out. I was really mad when they picked purple because that was going to be my favorite one, but that one went to Gamma Pi, and they're also just really annoying because they always stick the, you know, we have pi in our name and it's both a real word and an English word and a Greek word. So why couldn't I get my stuff together? And I don't know the answer, Gamma Pi. Okay. It's what I'm stuck with.
Okay. If you had $10,000 to give away, where would you give it?
I'm so thankful that you asked us about our charitable work here at 10K Gamma Mu Bay because every year we volunteer with the turtles that cross the street and we go on shifts. It's actually one of the best times of year is turtle crossing season. And we each take shifts, sister shifts, and we help escort the turtles across the street. Now, we have done no work on turtle patterns. So we don't really see a lot of turtles. I don't think they live where we are. And if they do, I don't think that they're making these moves at the time that we're doing it. We haven't figured it out yet because no one here at 10K Gamma Mu Bay yet has majored in biology or zoology. Everyone here is majoring in podcasting, which is fun. It's really loud sometimes because like everybody has an opinion, but it's fine. So, you know, someday we're going to see that turtle. We all feel really passionate about it. We just don't want to do any research about it. So we're just going to keep standing there because that's what people do. We're going to stand there until the problem comes to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. All right. And finally, what's your happy?
My happy is that we finally got approval to make a padded room here in the sorority house. Now, they have always denied that for safety and security reasons. But we said 99.999% of us are majoring in podcasting. You know, we have one person that's majoring in English, but that's basically podcasting. So we were like, if you're a podcast house, we have to have some sort of soundproof room. So they allowed us to do that as long as we also have a Ring camera facing in the room.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for sharing your world today.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you were here. And if anybody is interested in becoming a part of 10K Gamma Mu Bay, all you have to do is pay us $7,000 a semester.
That's it.
Yeah, it's easy. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Alison,
Yes.
you are a college admissions counselor at a superhero college.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's the season of people applying.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Hi.
Hello there.
It's nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
What is your obsession today?
Well, my obsession is actually the new website that I just helped create for our superhero college, and that's literally the name. It's it's plain, but it's to the point. So I help create this website, and I got to tell you, it is a one-stop shop. It is a place that it's very clickable. You can find exactly what you need. And before the website prior was a little, it was hard to navigate. There was a lot of back end work that you had to do. A lot of the questions were worded really, really, weirdly, so people couldn't understand them. We were getting a lot of weird requests from people who weren't even superheroes because they weren't exactly sure what this college was about. So I've helped create and design this new website, and that's my obsession. I can't stop looking at it and updating it. I use Canva a lot to create a lot of our things, and I really enjoy that. So yeah, the admissions process now is easy peasy.
Technology, am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay. So what is your obsession?
Well, my obsession is actually helping these superheroes find their true path. Now, a lot of them were born into the superhero world. They have no, they weren't able to pick their skills, if you will. But when it comes to picking the college that they go to, that's where I come in. So I can really help these young adults in navigating where they want to be. And that really is my obsession. I can help them with their communication skills. They are often asked to do a lot of press interviews, and I'm really great at giving those interviews. So I've been a sounding board for them. I'm able to help guide them in these interview processes. And I also help them work to that next level of their education, because a lot of them thought they didn't need it. They thought, we don't need college. We have our superhero powers and we can just forego college and just get right on the path of working. But what they don't know is superhero college is going to help them get to that next level of superheroism. And if you're and it actually ends up, you get a higher pay rate out of the superhero world. So if you are a qualified superhero, your pay rate is going to be much larger than those who didn't get the qualified diploma.
See, I always thought superheroes were independently wealthy. I
No,
didn't realize
no.
they were getting paid.
Right. I mean,
are they under contract by the cities that they protect?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can't just be a rogue superhero. I mean, there are some, but it's never ends well.
Yeah, they're
So
free
you need,
agents. It's hard.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the insurance for these
I
people are
bet.
through the roof. So if you're not covered by your city, you're in for a world of trouble.
That's true. And that's exactly what I don't want, is a world of trouble. So I'm glad that you are here. Okay, so if you had $10,000, what would you do with it right now, college admissions counselor?
Oh, I am very rarely selfish, but I would take a trip myself. And here's the thing, there's actually a private island that is owned by a few of the superheroes. They all collectively got together. I think it was the class of 2019 who all got together and they bought this private island. And they now have created this amazing resort. And It's very expensive, very exclusive, but that's where I'd go. I'd go to their private island and I would get wined and dined. I would just take myself because I live alone and, I would enjoy myself there. And I know a few of them. I helped a few of them get through school, so I think that they would love to see me as well. I hope to be one of those admission counselors that people remember for a very long time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I think that I would go there and maybe even, who knows, do a college fair or something. Maybe I'd
Whoa.
go and bring a little bit of work with me and set up a college fair on the island or something.
A college fair on the island. Write it off.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? If you had $10,000 to give away, how would you do it?
I think I would definitely invest in the teenagers of the superhero world. There's a little bit, right? There's the children's superhero school that is for 13 and under, very well staffed. They're very worried about the growth of them. And then there's the college that I help, run, also very well staffed, helping with that next level. But the teens often get forgotten about. It's the forgotten years. And so I think I'd help put the money into the teenage superheroes of the world because those are the ones who really need it the most. They're the next generation of superheroes. And that's where they can get into the most trouble too, because they haven't quite honed in how to control their talents. They're not quite sure if they want to be good or if they want to be evil. It's that up and down.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act for the teens. And I think that people think, that's too much work. It's a lot of resources and it's better just to, let them figure it out. But I don't think so. I think it'd be better if we put some money into them. So I think I'd help with those teenagers finding help direct their path.
Well, I just pulled up this statistic right now, and it says that 70% of superhero teenagers do consider becoming a villain in their
Right.
teenage years. And that I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah, it's very high. It's I mean, as you can see, it's over 50. So
It's true. I did, yes, find
over
a
half.
statistic that's over half. So the world is in a delicate balance at all
It
times,
really is.
everyone.
Yes.
Okay, well, what's your happy? So dumb.
Well, my happy is that our college is growing. And we actually just got a second admissions counselor. So I now have a cohort that's going to be helping me in my office. We actually divided the office into 2 equal parts. And he starts tomorrow. I'm very excited to have somebody helping me along the way. So that way I don't have to feel guilty when I take my vacations. And so someone's here. So that's my happy, is that we're growing enough that we were able to hire on a second admissions counselor at the superhero college of the world.
Very well done. All right. Well, thank you for being here and for shaping the heroes of tomorrow.
That's
Best
our
of luck to
slogan.
you.
Adding it to our website now.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We had a blast as always. If you had a blast, check us out on Patreon. You can do that by going to 10kdollarday.com/Patreon. That's Patreon. And for as little as that's it, $2 a month, you can support this podcast. And I'm serious, every little bit helps. All right. 10K Dollar Day is produced by 10K Dollar Day LLC. Intro by Stan Collins. 10K logo art by Jacob McAllister. The 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose. The vintage 10K Saturday voiceover by Charlie Hume. Thanks as always to Buzzsprout. We're going to end this podcast how we end it every single week. Say it with me, friends, with friends like us.
Who needs a